Today I want to talk to you about the importance of having critical illness. And luckily I am able to have a surgical client. He's still an existing client who would have benefited 5 years ago from having a critical illness plan. His name is Kingsley Morgan. He's a business owner of a pest control company. I will definitely leave his information below. But Kingsley was able to 5 years ago benefited from a critical illness plan. Kingsley pretty much had his experience and he went to a public hospital, the Maypen Public Hospital, and Kingsley was not able to access care. The persons at the front desk were handling the situation very casually. Kingsley pretty much, he had to find a deposit, make a deposit of at least 600,000 Jamaican dollars before they could attend to him. He had to show that he had a critical illness plan, like the contract. He had to bring family members at the hospital to show that yes, we're able to pay certain amount up front, and that's when he got the attention, at least to start the process. He was referred to the medical associates, so all the tests and stuff that he needed to do, that's where it was done. The public hospital did not care, they didn't do anything. So persons would say that, oh, healthcare is free and I can get benefits from the public system. Well, Kingsley is here to dismiss that. You need money. His thing is, if you have no money, all people have to offer is prayers. And when you can show that you are able to make to pay for, cover whatever this will cost financially, that's when you get people's attention. So we're gonna show pretty much a casual sit down with Kingsley, because Kingsley is here trying to get critical illness, more critical illness for what he is able to get, because now Kingsley is not able to get the general critical illness coverage. His coverage amount and benefits amount is very, very limited now. So once you would have been exposed to a critical illness, you no longer can get a critical illness, an individual plan. So for what he can get, he is here increasing it, and Kingsley is pretty much telling you that be proactive, and it's best to say here it is than where it is. All right, so I want you guys to just listen to Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan has benefited from a critical illness, and what's funny, what he was preparing for based on the type of job that he does and what he's exposed to and his family history, a heart attack was not on his radar. He was probably thinking about cancer or something, but that was never on his radar. But as I mentioned, you never know what will happen and when it happens first. What you need to ensure is that you are ready financially, because you're living in a time where money is what gets things done, and you don't want to be left saying I shoulda, coulda. Too much time we as insurance agents have to be chasing people down. Yes, it's a business, but it is your benefit. We're not the beneficiary, and this is for you. So whatever, but the monetary benefits we're getting because it's our job. You guys have your jobs too, and you show up for your jobs because you want to be paid. So we're showing up because it is our job. But the benefits that you're getting is far exceed. You're talking about your life, your health, your livelihood, your family's future. That is what we're trying to assist you to put in place. This is not something that people come to us for. This is something that we pretty much have to bring to them. So here's Mr. Morgan sharing his experience from having a heart attack 5 years ago, and was in the hospital with COVID during COVID time for 14 days, and what that was like, having suffered a heart attack. And we remember what they told us about persons having pre-existing condition. Here's Mr. Morgan.
I was on 65 liters of oxygen per minute just to maintain. And trust me, if you even talk, to just lie down on the bed and sit down, your oxygen level falls from like 98% to 92%. They don't want to go below that. You have to be using like a big pan, urinal. You can't bathe. They wake up at 4 o'clock. It is one of the worst things they can experience. COVID was the worst.
And I think COVID with an existing condition.
So I had to be careful because I had the even people that were there that were diabetic had high blood sugars and stuff like that. So it wasn't easy at all. I'm telling you, trust me, it wasn't that easy thing at all to touch on. Because while they're there, you see people who are fit, and when you see them struggling,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, they do a little thing to you, man. A lot of people go through with psychological problems because of it. Because they make you feel your mortality. But with the heart attack situation, you just feel a little winded, a little bit tired. And you think that you feel like experience, you feel like you need like a cup of tea. You need a cup of tea.
But the fact that you like the aspirin.
Yes. So basically, if I did not have the aspirin at home, so I had to take like 5 tablets and rush to the hospital.
So why you knew that it was aspirin? Because if me have that, I like, first me would probably say acid reflux or heartburn.
I know heartburn.
Okay.
And that didn't feel like heartburn. That was heartburn plus. And so I decided to go to the hospital and then figure it out from there. And I remember rushing to the front desk and the triage and saying I'm having a heart attack. And they were just so complacent, like, alright, join that line over there, some of like bypass. And I'm like, I'm having a heart attack right now. And the person's like, well,
casual.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm at they were checking the heart rate and everything.
And this was at the Maypen Hospital.
And the guy was like, well, maybe yes, maybe not. You know?
So casual.
And they gave me like warfarin and a lot of injections. They were supposed to do like a blood test. No, here was the problem. You're supposed to pay for the test. When I rushed to the hospital, I did not bring my wallet. So my spouse had to go back for my wallet for them to give us the results by the next morning. And when they said to me, you need to do the, what do you call it, angioplasty. An angiogram and an angioplasty. Angiogram, finger, what's going on, and the plastic is to remove it. The problem was that the debit card at the time only had a limit of $150 per day. And they needed a deposit. And the surgery was estimated to cost like 1.5 million at the time. Well, needless to say, the surgery ended up costing over $2 million. So, but luckily, you know, once they showed them that you have a policy, plus you have the money, plus I have a health card, it's like, they say, alright, this man will pay. And that's when they start moving. And they start moving. I remember we take about 15 to 20 minutes from Maypen to go medical associates. And I was there woozy. Yeah, man, ambulance driver really
was an ambulance?
Yes,
okay.
man. And I got really woozy. And they did this, I remember they put you on the table and they're looking inside there in real time. And I can almost see where the blockage is. So after I was there, and then I remember smiling the next day because finally the pain had gone. I was in consistent pain for about 24 hours.
And pain was predominantly in your chest?
Yes, to the left side. You know how I was sure I was having a heart attack? My left hand started going down. So I started the tapping thing, where they say I must tap this nerve right here, and I was coughing.
You knew so much about heart attack?
I just happened to be in a doctor's office, and they were talking about signs of a heart attack like a couple months before.
Wow.
And I just chose to buy 2 bottles of aspirin just in case.
Proactive.
One in my vehicle, one beside my bed. So I was like, and you know the irony? The one that was in the vehicle, I had lost where I put it. And because I was cleaning out the vehicle the day before, I know exactly where it was. I was so weak, I had no power going to the vehicle. So I understand when someone just collapsed.
So expired or not is one of them.
I'm going to take 5. I don't know. I just pour some, take it.
So when you...
Because I know that the aspirin is supposed to thin the blood.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the thinner the blood, the more it can go through the blockage.
So when you made the decision, because you have your policies for a while now, so when you made the decision to get critical illness, what was that experience like?
The reason, no. The reason for getting the critical illness was not actually for a heart attack. It's a cancer. Cancer is in my family. Plus I work with chemicals. Thus that's why I only work with low toxic products. Because cancer runs in my family. So I was trying to protect myself.
So you were approached or you made...
No, I made a decision. I saw that I was in my 30s. And I said, look, here is the time now. And the card can play. And then I remember expanding my coverage. I made sure to expand it just in case, because I knew the average price for chemotherapy. So I was thinking chemo and those kind of stuff. And I think it hurt. Actually, when I was in the hospital, I was like, I think that covers that, you know. And I think it cover like 5 stuff. It's later I find out that you have other policies that cover like 10, 15 things. Yeah, but it was rough. I think it was a frightening experience. As many people have gone after that experience. And then now, a couple of years later, like 2 years later, I got COVID.
So the heart attack, it says cancer that is in the family. So what do you think triggered the heart attack?
Diabetes.
It's been with your Ash.
So I think the fact that I was diabetic is what led to.
Talk about lifestyle, your BMI, height and weight.
Yeah, my weight and everything. Yeah, man. And I was eating unhealthy at the time. So I think that was a contributing factor. But trust me.
So you would have made adjustment?
Well, I have in terms of the food that I consume, and especially having my diabetes under control.
So your activity?
Yes.
What is that? What does that look like?
I go to the gym.
How often?
2 times a week. Not much, but I'm kind of inactive
So
for 3 months. But the work, I'm always.
You work with somebody at the gym or you do your team?
I had a trainer for about 3 months. But other than that, I usually have like a bridge in that way.
Still you have some support, you say. Accountability.
I kind of stop because I'm stopping.
No, but you need to. Since you are Mr. Proactive.
Well, actually.
So you need to do what you need to do because I push wellness because there's no way you can maximize your wealth if you're not healthy.
True.
There's nobody who's unhealthy that's mad rich that is happy and is fine.
True.
If they could trade every dollar they have for good health, they would in a heartbeat.
I went through a depression because I remember when I was at the hospital with COVID. It's like when you see other people go through certain stuff, you wonder if you next. I remember when at the hospital, the guys that come from the ward, so they're coming from the ward every evening. You can hear the other words, and when they're coming, everywhere is dead silent.
So guys, that was Mr. Morgan. You would have heard from him. He pretty much is an advocate for insurance, specifically critical illness, because he would have benefited from having that. He understands the importance of it. His family members, everybody knows on board and have their plan in place. So what are you waiting on to get your critical illness and insurance portfolio up? Do not wait until you start feeling that gas pain like symptoms in your chest. Do not wait on that, and that may be too late. Do not wait until something stops working or the doctor tell you that this is what it is. Because once you get that news, it's too late and your options would have reduced significantly. So let's have a conversation. Let's talk. This is what I do. I've been doing it for 7 years and I've heard many stories like this, whether it's from my client or others. And I can tell you that Sagicor pays out annually more critical illness coverage than death benefit. It is important to have both and to have I call it an insurance portfolio. Your health insurance, your life insurance, your critical illness, your family is covered, your kids are covered, your retirement. We're not talking about retirement, but you want to be planning for now, for tomorrow and the future. What is in the past is in the past. We cannot change that. So let's make a difference. Let's make a difference. I am waiting to hear from you, and if you're not going to call me, I am going to be calling you. So listen out, but please call me first before I call you.